All right, guys, Black Friday is right around the corner. And in this video, I'm going to break down how you can truly maximize Black Friday this year, specifically what supplies you need to have on Black Friday so that once you buy a lot of inventory that you're planning on selling early December, mid-December, to really maximize that peak sales period, you can get the orders out on time. I'm also gonna go over exactly how much I spent last year in Black Friday and how much I plan to spend this year, because once again, Black Friday is going to be a game changer in terms of retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, the amount of discounts you can get on certain products that you're already going to buy, and simply it's basically the time of year where you can spend the least amount of money and get the highest amount of return on investment for the items you buy, because once again, you're selling them in the fastest period of the year when people are willing to spend lots of money. We're gonna break it all down in this video, and specifically what tools you need to have if you're doing online arbitrage, because certain tools such as Rakuten, Top Cashback give insane, stupid amounts of cash back for purchases you're already going to buy. And even if you want to buy stuff for yourself or for Christmas shopping, how these tools can be a game changer in putting money back into your pocket. Let's get all into it. Black Friday, let's go. All right, now the first thing is, we all know on Black Friday, the consumers are spending lots of money. The everyday person's buying Christmas gifts and just things for themselves. And so that's why these companies have massive discounts. You can find anywhere from 30 to 50 to 70 to even 80% off on certain websites, on certain discount items. And if you are doing online arbitrage, this is where the deals can really come in online. And if you are in-store scanning, you can find tons and tons of discounted items for pennies on the dollar that once again, you can simply mark up literally a week, 2 weeks later on Amazon, even that same day, that you will find the price on Amazon are gonna be much, much higher. And so it is crazy. Now, last year I made a huge mistake, and it was simply I didn't spend enough in the inventory that was very fast moving, that I was testing out on Black Friday when the discounts were extremely cheap, and I could have went way deeper basically. And you can find perfumes and supplements and just general daily items such as shoes. If you go to Nike.com, you find shoes, or Foot Locker, or wherever you're searching, there's going to be lots and lots of discounts. Now, what I highly recommend is you guys to download the app called Rakuten or Top Cashback, where basically it is a Chrome extension. You download it, you make it live, and we do your normal shopping. And let's say we go to Nike.com, we can see that there's going to be tons of cash back for all these different websites that you're already going to purchase from. And so that already is putting more dollars back into your pocket for sourcing profitable items, already profitable, plus a cashback. And in my opinion, the easiest way to make a lot of money on Black Friday is to simply just do online arbitrage and just manually source certain websites and just have the Seller Amp Chrome extension and go back and forth from the website to Amazon and see. You're gonna find a lot of products that are tremendously marked down on the retailer's website versus Amazon. Now, the first pro tip that I highly recommend is on Black Friday that you are using expedited shipping. So let's say, for example, for a Nike, it's gonna be a flat shipping rate for a pair of shoes, 1 or 10 or 15 or 20, and it's usually around, I think it's either 15 or 25 bucks. And so if you're getting multiple pairs of shoes and you don't want the price to tank, and you can get it literally within 2 business days, then I would highly recommend that, as opposed to doing the standard shipping, which can be anywhere from 5 to 7. And then ultimately, if you're getting 20 pairs of shoes, you're paying $1 extra per pair of shoes. That is well worth it. And a lot of people sleep on expedited shipping for different websites, not even just Nike, but just for any website. If you're buying a bulk amount, multiple hundreds of dollars of items, even in the thousands, you definitely should be not sleeping on expedited shipping, because it's going to allow you to get your product in the door way faster, list it, FBM it, or send it into Amazon and get that money that much faster. Now, the second pro tip is to make sure that you're doing research for Black Friday days before, even weeks before. I mean, we don't have much time now, but definitely before you go out and just randomly go to random websites and randomly go to random stores. You want to be looking at these catalogs online, looking at these newspaper catalogs in stores, and really just figuring out what deals are hot, what items you're already thinking about purchasing, so that when the sales go live in person, you can show up to the store, or when they go live online, you can literally just be right available, ready to randomly source, ready to check out and get those items fast, because certain items do sell faster than others, and you don't want to be left with, the last ones that are just sitting there that no one really wanted, and now you just have to buy something, or you just don't buy anything at all. And so once again, thinking ahead, planning out, mapping out your strategy for Black Friday is a must if you want it to be extremely profitable for you. Something also to note is that once again, the sales start on Black Friday. They might even start that Thursday. They honestly are probably started right now. A lot of them are pre-Black Friday sales in the week before. But once again, sales continue all the way into Cyber Monday and even sometimes into Tuesday and Wednesday in the following week, because once again, if these websites don't hit their quotas and they don't hit the numbers that they wanted to do, then they're going to extend the sales. So once again, if you don't find all the items that you're looking for on Black Friday, do not panic, relax. Take a deep breath, and once again, realize that the sales are going to keep going on more and more. And once again, it's going to be extremely easy and almost hard to not find items because there's just so many sales and there's just so many items that you can buy. Now, once again, just realize that the easier the items are to find, the more likely the price could tank eventually. But once again, you're going to be doing smart research and just ultimately looking at items that look like they're going to do well based on the seller count, and more importantly, realizing that we can do FBM for these items and get a leg in ahead of the competition who are going to be sending into FBA who aren't going to get checked in. And that brings me to the next point. When we're doing FBM, we need to have certain items because we have to send these orders out on time. Now, these are my top items that you need to have to do FBM correctly to really capitalize on the Black Friday peak Q4 season. The first one is a scale, because you can easily guesstimate, how much the item weighs. But once you have a scale, you can really get a lot more accurate. Let's say you're sending this inside of this poly melter. That is going to weigh 9.8 pounds, or 9.8 pounds, 9.8 ounces. And so you want to have the exact weights and not really guessing and checking later on. Now, the next thing is going to be a poly melter, because once you have a poly melter, this really allows you to put lots of smaller items such as this, or anything that's, 8.5 by 12 inches can go inside this easy poly melter. That's once again a couple cents if you buy them in bulk. If you're waiting till the last minute, you can still get these at Target in stores for, I believe it's like $1 to $2. Now, some items, if you get glass items, you might want to just, poly bag them, or not poly bag them, but bubble wrap them, and then put it inside of the padded envelope already. Once again, this is padded on the inside, so it already should be safe, but do your due diligence if you're selling glass items. Now, the next item is tape. If you're selling anything that's like shoes that need to go inside of a separate shoe box, if you're buying Nike items, you need to get a separate box, and that is why I keep all of these boxes right here. As you see, a ton of boxes, plus some more boxes. I'm not gonna show you guys, but once again, you wanna have boxes ready so that when items come, you can really just mix and match and put them in their correct box, because that's gonna be a game changer. And reusing boxes is such a hack in terms of saving money and ultimately really getting the items out fast. Now, the next thing you're gonna need is some type of Rolo shipping paper, so that when we actually close the boxes, put the items on them, close them, tape them, we can label the box really easily, because that is how you're gonna send it to the end customer. Once you FBM the item and get the sale, that's how you get it to them. Now, last Black Friday, I made a huge mistake, and that was not trusting my gut and not going deeper into the inventory that had very good sales ranks. Now, there were a couple items, couple Nike sweats, a couple sock variations that I did not go deep enough, and I was literally sold out within less than a week. I sold out, I believe one of them was like 3 to 4 days. And that was me going, 20, 30 items deep, because once again, as a beginner, I wasn't too knowledgeable about what was actually good and what wasn't. And so this year, I'm not gonna make that mistake again, and I'm gonna spend a lot more. Last year, I spent around 3,000 to 4,000 just testing the waters. I didn't have a ton of capital last year to put into this model before I knew it was actually solid. But this year, I'm gonna spend anywhere from 10 to 15, even upwards more of 20,000, if I can really just find the items that are very fast moving, that have good ranks, and that I can get for a very good discount. Because once again, the name of the game to scale on Amazon is to be able to go deep in items that are moving fast. You can go wide all day long, but if you're only going, 10 to 15 units wide in certain items, you're not gonna get that much scale into your business. And ultimately, you're gonna be going hundreds deep for items, even I would say hundreds deep for certain items that are very fast moving and that the data looks very good. But once again, to realize that the deeper you go, the more risk you're putting into a specific item if it tanks, or if something happens, or if it doesn't sell as fast as you think it would. But once again, the data doesn't lie. And if the data looks good and you trust your instinct and you tested items before that have similar ranks, then do not be afraid to go deep, because it's going to allow you to really maximize those profits this Black Friday. Now, as a beginner though, I do recommend that you go wide, but if you're experienced and know exactly what you're doing, the deeper you go for certain items that are moving fast, it's only gonna lead to more and more profit. Now, if you learned anything new, make sure to smash the thumbs up button and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.